So welcome back live to the Talkatora Stadium here in New Delhi. Thousands of attendants having a great time at Hope and Glory Boxing. It's all about legends and new hopes tonight. Hope you're enjoying the action live on Neo Sports across India. After two sensational contests for the ladies, and what about that professional debut by Rupinder Kaur? She is certainly a lady to keep an eye out for. They gave us a hell of a contest, Rupinder and Leila Tereshvili of Georgia. But now it's time to move on to the men, and what a fight we have in store here, because we're going to see two men who are both putting unbeaten records on the line. Someone's O is going to have to go in the next 18 or so minutes. It's a super welterweight contest scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds. Please welcome first, all the way from Uzbekistan, it's Ulugbek Sobirov.
So coming out in the men's under 69 kilograms category, Ulugbek Sobirov, one knockout win from Uzbekistan. He is the Asian youth champion, and he will be taking on Siddharth Varma, a professional boxer from Maharashtra. There he is, Ulugbek Sobirov of Uzbekistan. In the blue corner, Ulugbek.
So we welcome Uzbekistan to the ring, and now it's time to welcome India. All the way from Pune, he is the Maharashtra of disaster. Please welcome the unbeaten Siddharth Varma.
And from Pune in Maharashtra, the champion of the Super Cup in 2011 is Siddharth Varma with one knockout win. Over here, he is in the Hope and Glory contest at the Talkatora Indoor Stadium. He will take on the tough Uzbek competitor Ulugbek Sobirov. Siddharth Varma in the World Series of Boxing, he's had one knockout. He comes up in the red corner. That's the belt being held up in the World Series of Boxing. Three minutes each round, 6 rounds.
So there we go then, it's a battle of the big boys. Two unbeaten records on the line. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner from Uzbekistan. He's a former ASBC Asian Youth Champion with a professional record of 2 wins and no defeats. One of those victories coming by way of knockout. India, please welcome Ulugbek Sobirov. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner from Pune with a record of 4 wins, no defeats, and one of those wins by way of knockout. He was a Super Cup champion in 2011 and now wishes to go to 5-0. Let's hear it for India's own Siddharth Varma. Your judges ringside, Mr. Rohit Yadav, Mr. Vijay Solanki, and Geraldine Tomaldin of the Philippines. And your man in the middle, when the bell rings and the action starts, is Vijay Kumar of India. 6 3-minute rounds of super welterweight boxing.
Play well, play fair, don't fall. Okay.
And so 6 rounds of 3 minutes each. First round about to start, and with his back to the camera, the boy from Pune, Siddharth Varma, the first professional boxer from Maharashtra, against in black Ulugbek Sobirov of Uzbekistan. This is the men's super welterweight boxing championship, 69.8 kilograms. It's 3 minutes each round, 6 rounds of 3 minutes. Ulugbek taking the advantage. He's at 2 knockouts. Siddharth Varma swinging but only connecting on the hands. Both boxers in the center of the ring. Siddharth Varma very quick, ducking. He's in a spot of bother. The referee giving him time to get a breather. Count of 2, count of 3. The referee over here, Vijay Kumar. Siddharth Varma has got a blow on his head. He's in trouble at the start of the first round. Is this a standing count? Siddharth Varma, Patrick, in a spot of bother. Can he continue?
Well, it's a really bad start for Siddharth. 2 boys with unbeaten records, and in boxing you need to protect that O like your life depends on it. But I tell you what, he's run into a proper fighter here. Ulugbek Sobirov. It's a list of experience to the two, but it's all one-way traffic at the moment. Look at this boy unload. How much more can the referee see here? Vijay Kumar, the referee, in an enviable position. There's not too much coming back. Well, there is now from Siddharth. Finally, and Siddharth Varma beckons him on for more. Not sure that's the most clever tactic.
Well, he's trying the rope-a-dope with Muhammad Ali tried with George Foreman in the Rumble in the Jungle way back in Zaire in 1974, but it's not really working out. It's a psychological ploy, egging on Ulugbek Sobirov. The Uzbek boxer, Patrick, has taken the initiative right from the beginning. This is the 3 minutes each round.
Yes, well, you mentioned the classic rope-a-dope, and the one good thing from Siddharth Varma's point of view is if he's not being hurt by these shots, maybe Sobirov will punch himself out, and Siddharth, having had that standing 8 count early, is now coming back into it. There's no question he's going to lose his first round, which again, in a 6-round contest, gives you plenty of work to do. And you have to say, he looks in shape, Siddharth Varma, but he's an absolute physical specimen, isn't he, the Uzbekistan fighter?
Yes, Ulugbek Sobirov, certainly. And again, the referee stopped contest. Siddharth has got, a very ironclad defense, very tight defense, and high guard. You really can't penetrate. Now, for the first time in the bout, he's come back, but Ulugbek quickly retaliates. Ulugbek is a complete all-round boxer, Patrick, and this first round, it's one-way traffic so far.
But it certainly is. Siddharth beckons him forward, but how many more of these shots can he take? Oh, and that one got through the guard as well. A lovely, powerful left from Ulugbek Sobirov. The Uzbekistani looking to go to 3-0, and he got one just on the bell there as well. That was close to being naughty, but not so. But Siddharth Varma, his corner, have got work to do here to bring him back into this contest.
It certainly has. Will these ultra defensive tactics work for Siddharth Varma?
Well, Siddharth is the first man on his feet to start this second round. You can see there the Uzbekistani Ulugbek Sobirov getting some words of advice from his coach. Siddharth Varma, though, that's always a good sign for me when a fighter's standing up fully 30 seconds before the round's about to start again. I think Siddharth Varma will feel a little bit disappointed in front of his home support. The showing in that first round, and he's going to try and get back here. And Sobirov slightly late coming to his feet for the start of the second.
What we noticed, Patrick, is a slight cut beneath his left eye, Siddharth Varma, and that could be a cause of a little
it's a very
problem.
good spot. Very good spot by you there, Novi. You can see the swelling. I'm looking at it now. They've been cottoned onto it by you, and you do not want any kind of hindrance or impairment with your vision, particularly when the bombs are coming in as they are from Ulugbek Sobirov at a rate of knots. Now, can Siddharth Varma do better in round 2? The crowd certainly hope so.
And Siddharth Varma has this peculiar style, this high guard, retreating, forcing the opponent to take the initiative and trying on counter attacks, but not really working because Ulugbek Sobirov is a more complete boxer. But Siddharth Varma having a much better second round, swinging, not connecting, not so defensive. I think he's been told in his corner that he was too defensive.
Well, it was interesting, wasn't it? After that standing 8 count and the occasional flurry, Siddharth Varma beckoned him on for more, Sobirov, so whether that was trying to get the message across that he's not been hurt, but this is certainly, regardless, a better showing in round number 2, as it needed to be in truth.
Yes, he had to, and Ulugbek ducking away from the few roundhouse lefts by Siddharth Varma. Siddharth Varma not connecting, only the back of the head or in the waist. He just sways away from a fierce left jab. That could have caused trouble. Now Ulugbek piling on the pressure on Siddharth Varma.
Shaking his head, you're not hurting me, says Siddharth Varma. But the big question is, can he now try and hurt Sobirov?
Yes, but Patrick, is that just psychological? Well, I mean, he's shaking his head saying he's not hurt. But I think the best bit for Siddharth Varma here, he got Ulugbek on the ropes, but Ulugbek came out fighting. And he's piling on the pressure on Siddharth Varma. 1 minute 30 seconds left for the end of round 2. Siddharth Varma has noticeably slowed down a bit over here, midway through the second round.
And certainly, in terms of physical condition, as I mentioned before, they both look fit, but there's not an ounce of fat on Sobirov, so you don't think fatigue is going to be an issue for he. Siddharth Varma, though, he's a tough old cookie, isn't he? He doesn't appear to have been genuinely hurt yet. Now what? I was just telling him to keep his head up there, I think.
Yes, telling him to keep his head up, that's true. It's not a standing down.
And again, it sent him reeling, Siddharth Varma, but the shake of the head. He needs to try and put in some work of his own. It's all very well not being hurt when you're being hit, but in terms of the judges, it's still going to be scored in Sobirov's favour if it's he that continues to be the sole aggressor.
No, that's exactly right. I mean, he can take a lot of punishment. That you have to give him credit, Siddharth Varma. But is it really being effective? Now again, is there a little cut on the nose? What is the problem here, Patrick? What is the referee, Vijay Kumar, saying?
Well, he's looked down to the officials. I think there's blood coming from somewhere. Is it from his mouth? Doesn't appear to be any sign of blood unless it's coming from Varma. You mentioned that cut above Varma's eye. It doesn't appear to have opened up, but there's certainly swelling. And that was a strange situation there. Oh, the crowd getting into this. Varma trading blows now. Like for like, this is more like it than the Indian trying to make his mark, and he's unloading with a flurry at the end of round number 2. I'm not sure what happened with the timing of the round there, but Siddharth Varma certainly finished strong. So, this is turning into an intriguing contest early, Nobby. No question, Sobirov was the only man at the races in the first 3 minutes of this contest, but in the second round, Siddharth Varma certainly showing signs of life.
He certainly is a very tenacious boxer, has taken a lot of blows, getting back into the center of the ring. The ring being tried. Now the third round, each round of 3 minutes. We are midway through 6 round bouts. Super welterweight title, the boy from Pune. And over here. Now, what can he do now? Sobirov looking slightly worried. It's not one-way traffic as he thought it would be. Very entertaining here. Now Siddharth Varma going for the kill, but Sobirov coming back. Sobirov with a nice roundhouse left and connecting with Siddharth Varma. Good all-action bout over here, Patrick. The third round has started with a flurry of blows.
Well, this is definitely more like it from Siddharth Varma. This to me is shades of another fighter I love watching, another Indian fighter who's also got a WBC title, Niraj Goyat. He tends to start his flights very slow and encourage a lot of early punishment before really stretching out late on in the contest. But can Siddharth Varma keep this unbeaten run going? He's got probably still work to do for him on the scorecards. Probably a round apiece should have to score it there.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. I think this third round is very decisive. We've just had 1 minute in the third round, but it's been an all-action bout so far. And Sobirov is no mean customer. I mean, he's got excellent ring craft.
Yes, I'm just wondering whether Sobirov, despite my earlier inspection of the physiques of the two men, I just wonder whether he's the one tiring earlier out of the two. He's certainly not throwing as much. There's not as much coming forward from Sobirov as there was in the first 4.5 minutes of this fight. As we now are up and over the halfway mark in the round and only 1 minute 30 till we're at the halfway mark in this contest. And Siddharth Varma, having exhausted his punishment, is coming forward with some shots of his own.
But I think we're seeing a change in tactics. You know, Siddharth Varma was earlier leaning on the ropes. Now he's not really sort of absorbing so many blows. He's coming back into a counter-attack. Sobirov swaying away from the blows. With the judges will notice that Siddharth Varma is not really connecting with any of the blows. So 1 minute left for the end of the third round. We are in the midway stage. And the both corners belting out instructions.
Well, the work rate's dropped from both men, to be fair. I mean, Siddharth Varma still putting in more work here than he did in the first round, but certainly not the same volume of shots coming in from Varma, and there's nowhere near the amount of forward work from Sobirov as there was in the first round. So
they have slowed down, Patrick. Yeah,
but they couldn't carry on at that place, Nobby. Goodness gracious me, I mean, if it was a 10-round contest, you'd be worried about both of them needing oxygen at the end of it, but 6-round contest it is, and they're in the final 20 seconds of this third round. Can anyone do enough in these final 20 seconds to pinch this round in the eyes of the judges?
That's to be seen. You see, I think they haven't paced themselves very well. They went all out in the first round. Siddharth Varma took a lot of punishment, so it's been a much slower third round. Siddharth Varma swinging but not connecting, and at the bell, I think a very even third round. And so they both got instructions as the fourth round will get underway. Ulugbek Sobirov knows he's got a fight on his hand. In the first round it seemed one-way traffic, but round four, Patrick starting, Siddharth Varma has given as good as he's got. The ring being tried.
Yeah, good officiating that, you have to say. I think PJ Kumar doing the right thing. Don't want any fighters slipping. It can be very damp in those corners where both fighters, as you can see with the water dripping off them, have been taking plenty of fluid on board. This little delays and now able to Siddharth Varma to play to his crowd just a little bit.
There's also perspiration besides the water trickling down. There's a lot of perspiration, so you don't want any of the boxers slipping. So there we see what can be, I think, a very decisive fourth round. Who can take the initiative over here? Ulugbek Sobirov in black.
Oh, now!
Against Siddharth Varma.
Well, look at this. The fancy footwork from Varma. Now it's Sobirov's turn to beckon him forward, to say to the Indian man, you're not hurting me. Can the man from Pune give him something to think about now? Great combination. Finished up with a right hook and then a left and a right. Oh, this is better from Siddharth Varma. They're both beckoning each other forward. But after that lull in round number 3, it's all action again in round number 4.
Yes, lots of histrionics in this bout, Patrick. Both boxers beckoning each other. It's become a very close call after the first round, which Ulugbek definitely shaded. And now here in round 4, we have 2 minutes 12 seconds left for the end of round 4.
Well, Siddharth Varma, I do hope he doesn't live to regret that slow start. He's doing more than enough to get himself competitive in this fight now, but can he do enough now to pull away on the judges' scorecard? That standing 8 count seems a lifetime ago now, never mind 4 rounds ago.
Yes, at that stage it didn't seem the contest would last the full 6 rounds, but now Siddharth Varma is pushing Ulugbek on the back foot, and I think Ulugbek is tiring slightly. Siddharth seems the fitter of the two boxers.
Well, there's an argument that that's what's happening. I think you could be right, Nobby. I looked at the physiques just at face value, and you had to say on physique and looks to the naked eye, Ulugbek Sobirov did look the leaner of the two, but Siddharth Varma, he's a real warrior, isn't he? He's one of those real brawling kind of fighters that's prepared to absorb punishment and then unload with a load of combinations of his own, and that's just what he's doing again now. Can he get close enough to pin Sobirov in the corner and try and make the connection?
Yes, it's the second time he's got Ulugbek on the ropes, but Ulugbek manages to get away without much damage. Now we are in the last 60 seconds of the end of the fourth round. Siddharth Varma may have edged this, but it's to be seen what will happen in the fourth towards the end of the fourth round. 50 seconds left for the end of the fourth round.
Well,
the first of the men's bouts. Yes, Patrick.
First of the men's bouts, of course. We had those 2-minute rounds with the ladies. Now 3 minutes for the men. And look at Siddharth Varma here. This is like Niraj Goet, isn't it? Another true character of Indian boxing, really playing up to the crowd. And Sobirov, I think might be starting to think his moment to finish off Varma may well have gone. Now, can Varma himself really impose himself in the remaining 6 minutes and 20 seconds of this contest?
Yes, what's interesting is Ulugbek is not seizing the initiative now. He's letting Varma come at him and relying on counter-attacks. Ulugbek Sobirov, we saw, was quicksilver, twinkling feet in the first round. Those twinkling feet are not moving now, and I think that is to Siddharth Varma's credit as we come to the end of the fourth round.
The tape on one of the gloves of Siddharth Varma's coming loose. The referee will have to spot that and get the corner to fix it. But with 4 rounds in the books, well, can you call a winner? Would you like to name a winner from here, Nobby? I think there's still all to play for. That early superiority of Sobirov, a thing of the past.
Well, the crowd enjoying it, a large crowd gathered here at the Talkatora Indoor Stadium in Delhi for the Hope and Glory contest. Sobirov being cooled down. I wonder what he can hear with this music blazing from the coaches, as well as over here Siddharth Varma, the Pune born, the first professional boxer from Maharashtra, the champion of the Super Cup in 2011. But Ulugbek Sobirov with 2 wins in his professional career, an Asian youth champion.
It lends itself to the name, doesn't it? The Maharashtra of disaster. Coming from Pune. Of course, a hotbed of cricket, Pune, and now, courtesy of Siddharth Varma's exploits, probably close to becoming a hotbed of boxing. But this is a serious business. 2 unbeaten records on the line here. Sobirov started the stronger, but Siddharth Varma roared on by this passionate Hope and Glory crowd here at the Talkatora Indoor Stadium. Has more than done enough to fight his way back into the contest. Now can he do enough in the final 6 minutes to go on and win it?
We can see both boxers giving each other a lot of respect now. They are not going, all guns blazing. They are both keeping a distance. Now Ulugbek trying to seize the initiative, beckoning Siddharth to come at him.
Well, Varma's still got the energy to throw in the odd Ali shuffle with his feet every now and then. Has he got enough energy to unload on Sobirov some big blows?
But they're at a distance now. They're not really closing in, trying to get those punches the way Ulugbek sees the initiative early in the first round.
He's very static now, isn't he, Sobirov? The Uzbekistani is not as nimble on his feet at the minute as Siddharth Varma. And that's a role reversal from the opening round when he was really dominating.
A cautious start to the 5th round, Patrick. The first minute has been very wary. Both boxers wary of each other, tentative, ducking, swaying. Ulugbek seizing the initiative a bit, which would probably go in his favour with the 3 judges, Rohit Yadav, Vijay Solanki and Gerald of Philippines. We are now near midway stage through the 5th, the penultimate round of the 6th round bouts. All the men's bouts of 6 rounds except the championship bout, which will be of 12 rounds. Now Ulugbek probably got the advantage in this 5th round. Siddharth Varma not really being able to connect. Ulugbek a little quicker, kept a low guard, wanting to go for the attack. Siddharth Varma swinging, missing, not connected.
At this part of proceedings, you do not want to waste any energy with those sort of lackadaisical blows that swing and take energy out of you but don't make any contact, and certainly won't be scoring punches in terms of swaying the judges. I tell you what, it's a tricky one to call this, Nobby, isn't it? I think similar to that cracking contest we had between Kaur of India and Tereshvali of Georgia, the female contest before. I think it's all going to come down to that last round. Kaur managed to steal it for India, and I say steal it, not being unfair to her, but certainly a bit of controversy in the final round. And now, well, we talked about the glove and the tape on the glove being a problem with Siddharth Varma at the end of the previous round. Now Sobirov has been told to go back just to get a bit of tape adjusted on his glove. A slight respite for both boxers to take on more oxygen. With the final stages of this 5th round approaching, who wants it more? I think it's going to come down to who wants to keep their unbeaten record more, Nobby.
Yes, the fire in the belly.
Oh, it's a slip.
It's a slip, yes.
That
it's
was
not
a slip.
Yes.
Just to check he's going to rule that as a slip. You can see it's obviously very damp there where Sobirov's corner were drenched drenching him in water previously.
It's been slow motion in the 5th round. They've really not gone out all guns blazing. They've been very cautious. Now Siddharth Varma, can he finish strongly? Well, at the bell, I think very little to choose in the 5th round. Yeah, so there it is. Highlights. 5th round action. Ulugbek, Siddharth Varma trying to go for a left hook. Ulugbek ducking, avoiding. Now Ulugbek piling on the pressure, getting a left through the ribs. Siddharth Varma very quick on his feet. This was the slip. Didn't connect at all. The slippery ground. The crowd
Certainly was a slip.
on.
Men and women, children of all ages enjoying the boxing here live at the Talkatora Indoor Stadium in New Delhi. And here we go then. Which man wants it more? 3 minutes till someone's unbeaten record, or at worst, someone's 100% record is going to go. Referee again making sure that the ring area is clear. That's the area up there in Sobirov's corner where he himself slipped at the end of the 5th round. The referee just checking our official, Mr. Vijay Kumar. He's happy that we can get this 6th and final round underway. I think it's quite simple for me. I think Siddharth Varma needs to win this round to win the contest.
Yes, I certainly think it was a very decisive round. Ulugbek knows he's slightly ahead. Now, is he going to be defensive or is he going to seize the initiative? Prevent Siddharth Varma from attacking. Siddharth Varma knows he has to seize the initiative, going all out.
But you'd expect it to be fast and furious now because both these men know one moment of taking your foot off the gas and your unbeaten record could be up in flames.
Certainly it is fast and furious, all guns blazing. Siddharth Varma taking the initiative.
With the left there. Siddharth Varma managed to get through with the left.
Ulugbek seeming to rely more on defensive work.
Well, the work rate, the greater work rate is coming here from Varma in this 6th and final round. He's had a very strong first 60 seconds of the final round. He needs to keep this going. And I think, despite the drama of that standing 8 count in the opening round, Siddharth Varma, if he keeps this work rate up and avoids taking any punishment himself, could just be about to move on to 5-0.
Well, a very interesting bout. Ulugbek slightly tentative, slightly defensive.
Oh, look at this, the showboating of Siddharth Varma. Where's he getting the energy from? Winding up he was with a big haymaker. It was more for show, I think, than actual intention. But that kind of stuff will sway the judges. Now he's looking confident, Siddharth Varma. Great recovery, whatever happens from here after that mistake in the first round that led to the standing 8 count.
Certainly it was. I mean, they were in the clinch and he was showing what he could do. Well, the referee again separating them.
Now again, the tape on the gloves.
Gloves, yes.
Loosening up for Sobirov, so the referee's taking him back to his corner. See some blood on the mouth guard of Siddharth Varma, so there's some blood in his mouth, that's for sure. The crowd really behind Siddharth Varma here, all around us in the VIP seats, Novi. They are screaming Varma through.
Which we are in the last 50 seconds, and now Ulugbek.
Oh, he caught him with the right there.
Yes.
Well, that was dangerous. He was very lax in his defence here, Siddharth Varma.
Siddharth Varma has caught a bother. He's shaking a bit. He was a bit casual. He started the 6th round. Again, the tape coming off. Is the referee going to stop?
Well, it can be dangerous to the cause. It can easily find its way into a fighter's eye, the tape.
Yes, it can be very dangerous. I'm surprised that Vijay Kumar hasn't noticed it. We are in the last 20 seconds, all out, and that's it, the end of the 6th round. So the highlights of the 6th round, Siddharth Varma starting very effectively. He was on the defensive, Ulugbek Sobirov. It was Siddharth Varma all the way till midway through the 6th round. Over here, Ulugbek in a spot of bother. A swinging right doesn't connect. Siddharth Varma raising his hand, going for a haymaker. Can't connect. Both boxers clinching. Towards the closing stages of the 6th round, he gets a powerful right on Siddharth Varma. Siddharth Varma slightly dazed, now comes back fighting. Fierce end to this bout as Patrick is collecting the scores. Large crowd gathered over here. With his country's flag. Siddharth Varma looking on. Patrick enters the ring. He's got the scores from the 3 judges, Rohit Yadav, Vijay Solanki and General Tomildan of Philippines. The referee, Patrick, to give the verdict.
Well, the viewers at home and the thousands here at the Talkatora Indoor Stadium being treated to some real wars. Let's hear it for 2 men that went the distance. Siddharth Varma and Ulugbek Sobirov. Great display by these 2 men. So after those 6 rounds, split and spit 'em, we go to the judges' scorecards to do just that. And I can tell you, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Yadov scores the fight 60-57. Judge Shalank scores the fight 58-56, and Judge Tomildan scores the fight 57-56 for the winner. By unanimous decision, he maintains his unbeaten record from Uzbekistan, Ulugbek Sobirov.
So winner by unanimous decision. That standing count of 8 in the first round helped the Uzbek boxer to get this decision. Ulugbek shakes hands with Vijay Kumar and have been a very entertaining bout. Siddharth Varma losing his unbeaten record, but a brave fight by the boxer from Pune in Maharashtra, but excellent boxing by Ulugbek. Short break and we'll be back.